That's understandable, isn't it?
What's your take on it, Mr. Dwyer? Must be difficult for you.
It's not just that Lee was, you know, it's the way it all came out.
Who do you think is responsible?
Well, I've never liked Saunders, but then I wouldn't, would I? As for your colleague, it just doesn't make sense, you know.
Why not?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to find this person, and I want to hurt them. You know, I'm not saying a word, you know. I know you're a copper and that. But that surge of anger when I think of somebody hurting my boy, I have difficulty controlling myself.
Have you asked Lee about it?
Won't talk. Just clams up. Do you know how frustrating that is?
I can imagine.
You know, sometimes I think back to when he was a kid, you know. I mean, I know he's a kid now, but like when he was 7, really big grin, and the way he used to cock his neck when you took a photograph, and always had to say cheese, you know, as kids do. I don't know what his mother's been doing, but Lee hardly ever smiles now.
Mr. Dwyer, believe me, I want to get to the bottom of this as much as you do.
Mr. Patrick, please, if you'd rather continue this interview with legal representation...
You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what it's like.
My driving wasn't that bad.
I needed the money. I need the money.
How many people have you taken bribes from, Mr. Patrick?
I don't know.
How many drivers are out there who shouldn't be?
You didn't test my wife, did you?
Right, let's put it this way, Mr. Patrick. What happens someday if some person that you've given a pass to, a person who didn't deserve a pass, what happens if they run a kid over?
I have a family. I'm not a bad man. It's desperation. I was desperate.
We all know what it's like to struggle, Mr. Patrick. At least those of us with a family do. Kids want a new pair of shoes. Birthdays come round, they want the latest computer game. School outings, clothes, food, it all adds up. But the only way you can help yourself and your family now is by helping us.
OK, boys. Calm down, please. Officer Kane.
Mrs. Haslam. Glad you could accommodate me at such short notice.
No problem. I'll get someone to find Lee for you.
OK.
I think he's in his science period.
Oh, can I just ask you, a few years ago, you recommended that Lee see a child psychologist. Why didn't that happen?
It was the father. The mother was all for it.
OK, so the father objected.
As I understand it, yes.
That's the National Equity Bank. Now, if we park in Holland Street, that should give us good overall visibility.
No, there's a bus stop. There, right in your line of sight.
Is there?
Rattery Street gives a reasonable field of view.
Debbie, carry on, Dan.
We park here on Rattery Street.
How'd it go?
How did what go?
You've been to the doctors, haven't you?
Yeah, it went well. I'm fine.
The governor's been looking for you.
Mr. Meadows?
No, the super.
Oh, well, he knows where to find me.
The trouble?
Nothing I can't handle.
Could really do with some backup.
Oh, they come in armed and ready to play.
My informant says they're using sawn-offs with blanks. We should wear vests in case.
Lee, come in and sit down.
You all right, Lee?
What's this all about?
Would you like me to leave the room?
No, there's no need. I just wanted to see how you were, see if there's anything you need. How are things at home?
How many kids you got?
2.
Boy, girl, 2 boys, 2 girls?
2 girls. One of 15, one of 13.
Robert, we've looked you up. Apart from an outstanding parking ticket, you're clean. A model citizen. How come a man like you goes off the rails?
It's not... It was never something I set out to do.
No, I realise that.
First time, I was offered the money. He was a young man like you. He said he had a job waiting for him. He was quite desperate.
And how long ago was this?
About 6 months ago or so. I've been offered all sorts of inducements before then. Money, jewellery, young girls that even offered up their charms. I never wavered, not once in 17 years. But he gave me £60 and a sob story, and I took it.
Even though you knew it could cost you your job?
My wife never understood the pressures. We'd got into debt over one thing and another, and the next thing I knew, she was threatening to leave. What could I do?
I don't know, Robert. Maybe in your position, I've done the same thing.
I saw your dad earlier today. He's been spoiling you a bit, hasn't he? Games machines, robotic dog.
I never asked for any of that stuff.
Oh, still, it's nice of your dad to treat you, isn't it?
I didn't ask for it and I don't want it.
I don't know. That dog's pretty cool.
Where's your problem?
Lee?
Hey, look, I'm just here for you to talk to. If there's anything on your mind, if there's anything I can do, you know, all you got to do is say. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to talk, Lee. I'm used to it. I'm used to talking and nobody listening. Why should you be interested in what I have to say? Do you ever feel like that? Feel like no one's interested? Feel like shouting? But then it gets freaky, see, because the louder you scream, the quieter it gets. That's my card, Lee.
Why should I trust you?
Because you can.
I trusted Tony.
Yeah. Did he let you down?
If you finished, Lee has an English test.
Okay. Good luck.
Did you get what you wanted?
I think I did.
6 incidents in as many weeks. 2 in the park, 1 at the laundrette, 3 in a car park. Descriptions vaguely similar. Is there a problem? No. You haven't said a word. No questions, no what's this about, where's this, how's that? You're normally full of it.
I was listening.
Most witnesses describe white male, mid-30s through late 40s, dark hair.
Rounded or cavalier?
I asked for you because I thought you'd have a mature attitude. I even thought you might relish the case.
Man gets his todger out and flaps it in the wind. Wow. Some case, some crime. Well, you see worse than a telly.
In life, there's no off button.
Well, maybe these women should just get a life. Now, it's not as though he's going after young girls. It's just some sado getting his rocks off.
Oh, so you're upset because DCI Meadows didn't put you on the obbo? You want to play with the big boys?
No, it's not that, it's...
What?
I felt that they were laughing at me.
Well, who?
I shouldn't have to prove myself.
No, and neither should these victims.
You go and get yourself cleaned up. I'll put him through custody. This way, please.
What's that smell?
Us.
To be honest, I can't believe we're taking it serious then.
Oh, we take everything seriously, don't we, DC Sharp?
I only reported it because my manager said I should.
So as far as you were concerned, it was no big deal?
Nah, we get all sorts in here. Flash is the least of my problems. It's the old wino smelling of you-know-what that I've got trouble with.
How about a description of this gentleman?
Well, he was dressed casually, brownish hair, blue coat.
Did he, drop his trousers completely or just unzip the fly?
Oh, don't. No, he just stood there outside the shop, knocked on the window, and there it was. I'm sorry, but I had to laugh.
I'd do exactly the same.
Did he run off?
No. Cool as you like, zipped himself up and walked away.
What happened?
The blue sniffle slipped down my top.
Nice. You with the Sarge today?
Yeah, why?
Well, has he filled you in on the dirty details? Must have been embarrassing for him, eh?
What?
Haven't you heard? Some fella come round the station and dumped a load of bin bags with his gear in it.
What, Sean? Sean chucked him out?
Well, I think the big clue is when he said it's over, or words to that effect.
Oh, that's terrible.
You've missed a bit.
Eva, I appreciate you're upset not playing cops and robbers with the boys, but don't do that again. What? You know what? We're not here to be amused. We're not here to make clever comments. We're here to do a job. Who's next on the list?
Miriam Ray.